Hey everyone, and welcome back to BeamNG.drive. Finally, another hopefully helpful video, as in this one I'm going to go over some of the mistakes I have made tuning cars, as I've been just kind of slowly learning how to do it. Basically, I tend to just get things backwards. I just realized it says croissant on the door. Anyways, let's check out the tuning really quick. So the first thing I'm going to do is mention probably, I don't know, what was the first thing I kept messing up? Probably caster. So one thing I kept doing was putting the caster positive. In this, or I guess really in a normal car, positive, because I figured you wanted to go back, so the proper way positive is back. No, positive is forwards. So I kept making it positive, which put it forwards, therefore the wrong way. So caster, you want negative, and not very much of it. And what that does is, imagine there's a line going up and down. It leans the top of that back a little bit, just to help with stability. If you have more caster, your wheels will straighten out more from a corner or faster, and then you'll be better straight, and so on. What else did I mess up? Camber I've never really messed up. I've always known negative, put the top of the tire in. Toe, I find, I don't know. For me, I find to leave the toe pretty much zero, or make sure the vehicle, all the wheels are pointing forwards. But that's just my preference. I feel once I start towing in or out, I don't like how unpredictable it can become. But either way, I believe adding toe, positive toe, will tow it in, whichever wheel that is, the front. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, the front wheel is now in more. Then if I go back, it's out more. So that just helps with like straight line stability, going in and out of corners, that kind of thing. But my preference, I like that. Camber is just body roll, basically. As your body rolls, your tires roll over. So you lean the top of the tire in, and that way when the body rolls, it touches. I think I covered that in another video, but either way, the way I go over that is I go around a corner on the edge of sliding. So let's take this. So on the edge of sliding, pause, and come over here, and then you want your tire to be basically straight up and down as you're at like the height of your grip. I find that's just how I do it, and it works out well. Pause. The other thing, I used to do that kind of backwards at times, just not thinking. Another thing that I used to do is I used to put my sway bars way too high. That makes the sway bar keeps the tires, like the wheels, from left to right at the same height, so that the body doesn't roll. If it's too stiff, you won't have as good of handling, but it'll be better in a straight line. But if you have a little bit of flex, and that the tires roll over a bit more, and that the body move, or the weight around a little bit, can help to handle it. But too stiff in the rear, and the rear will just slide out on you. So you want it lower than the front. But the biggest issue I really had, I would say, is the shocks. And those have taken me the longest to tune. The springs I find easy because off-road vehicle, you want lots of drop, all of the suspension travel. So therefore, I just max out the height and then adjust the spring rate or the stiffness to get the ride height that I want. The ride height, make sure it's level, and then I do the shocks to get like the stiffness that I want. But as I said, I was making a very big issue or mistake, and that is I was doing fast dampening and normal dampening reversed. So I will see if I can do this really quick and show it normally, and then I'll do the same route again after how I used to do it, and we'll see if we can really notice a difference. But there should be a noticeable difference in stability. Little route that I have set up, I'm going to finish after I get to the jumps. It's nice and predictable, does exactly what I want it to do. I always get nervous there because the rock's narrow. A little bumpy here, and there's a small crest into a corner, so keep that in mind, because the suspension will be working a lot there. And forward corner. Oops. If I can get the right line, and then here's the jumps, so we'll see how it takes the jumps. Nice and smooth. And we'll land over here. It's because I like this corner. It's fun to come into that corner and slide through it. Okay, so. It was stable, it handled well, so on. My brain, for some reason, would think, oh, fast dampening. So that must be when the wheel is moving up fast, so I want less pressure resisting it, so it can move faster. But my brain was wrong. You're going faster and you're hitting a bump harder, so there's more force pushing. Therefore, you want more resistance, not less than the normal dampening. So my issue is I kept going, let's go a little bit extreme, but I kept going basically like this. Completely backwards to what you should do. So now, as I do that same thing, it should probably be more bouncy as I'm going fast, but a lot stiffer as I'm going slow, rather than the opposite. So yeah, let's just go. Shifting too soon. Already I'm having to work a little bit harder to keep it straight through there. So you want it to be nice and soft as you're going slow, and then firm for the faster stuff. But it's not soaking up the hard bumps, it's just bouncing off. I'm trying not to crash while I explain stuff. And I turned way too late into that corner, so I'll go again. I won't talk so much. Just even here, I just can't get the car set up right for the corners even. Hopefully, I can at least get past the jumps. See how it does them this time. It bottomed out, it bounced, and went off track. instead of being stiffer and just soaking it up. And then, does this have bypass? But either way, the fast bump dampening, as it initially hits, will give it a nice stiff landing point, and then as it compresses and slows down, it goes to normal bump dampening and is a bit smoother and relaxed. But you then go to bypass, which this card doesn't have. And I haven't really played around with bypass too much, but in my limited experience, I believe it adjusts the rate in between fast and slow. So I'm just looking for my racetrack really quick. This. Okay, here we go. So bypass, especially for longer travel suspension. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I am, but this here is bypass. These are bypass tools. And I believe those allow you to adjust the rate and pressure of, like, when it switches in between high compression and low compression or whatever. So it helps control more how it's smooth, I guess. I could be wrong, but I'll make another video once I learn more about that. As I said, this is just my experience, unfortunately, in a game, but hopefully soon I'll be able to get a car again and be doing this for real. But either way, whether you're using this for the game or if you actually manage to apply this to real life, I hope it helps. If there's any questions, feel free to ask, and if there's anything I got wrong or forgot, let me know. But yeah, as I said, the point of this was just to try and help people not make the same tuning mistakes that I did. But either way, I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.